Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are urging Americans to register to vote and actively participate in U.S. politics. But what's really behind this statement? A sincere impulse to civic engagement, or another attempt to draw attention to their own problems and increase their personal ratings? Do you think British aristocrats should influence elections in another country? Today we're going to take this question to the bone. Stay tuned, it's going to be interesting. The American responded to Sussex's call for people to register to vote. On leaving the BCS, Meghan announced that she and Harry would create the kind of humanitarian legacy that will matter to the world. No more, no less. And what have they created? Interviews and books complaining about her life and the royal family. Does this legacy really matter to the world? Driven by a passionate desire to leave a legacy that will matter to the world, the Dukes of Sussex interfere in the political affairs of another nation, America. How Americans are reacting to this is the story of U.S. politics expert Lee Cohen. Champions of civic engagement. The Harry and Meghan Foundation released a public statement urging Americans to register and vote in the 2024 election. The statement was issued on National Voters' Day, and the Dukes called it publicly neutral. Really? The text of the statement. In honor of National Voter Registration Day, the Archwell Foundation team came together for a meaningful volunteer effort to support and empower our communities. Using Vote Forward's powerful letter-writing tool, our team wrote personalized letters encouraging unregistered voters to take an important step, registering to vote. Voting isn't just a right. It's a fundamental way to influence the fate of our communities. At the Archwell Foundation, we recognize that civic engagement, regardless of political party, is at the heart of a fairer and more just world. Do you think Harry and Meghan really care about civic engagement, or are they just looking for new ways to stay in the spotlight? By getting involved in initiatives like this, we aim to deliver the message that every voice matters. We invite you to join us in this important endeavor. To donate your time and write letters to potential voters, register on the Vote Forward website. Those who wish to take immediate action can register to vote today by visiting vote.gov. Together, let's make sure that every eligible voter is informed and empowered to participate in shaping America's future. The Prince is set to join First Lady Jill Biden in New York for the event. The Prince's American political leanings have been known about since 2017. Back then, he joined Jill Biden and Michelle Obama at sporting events. They haven't changed today either. If you too are wondering about the Dukes of Sussex's motives, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. And in the comments, tell us what you think. Should they be involved in U.S. political life? Harry went to New York, where he attended the Clinton Global Initiative with the First Lady, surrounded by his favorite Democrats, of course. Hillary Clinton publicly supported Meghan, and Valerie Biden, the president's sister, invited her to join the Democratic Party. At the same time, everyone knows about Meghan's open contempt for the former president, Republican Donald Trump, which he himself has spoken about. Meghan was even planning to leave America in case he won the election. Clearly, Kamala Harris' protracted campaign needs celebrity endorsements to increase activity. And at this point, the Dukes are making a statement, meddling in the American election with their empty remarks while sucking up to President Biden. Should former members of the British royal family interfere in the American election? Is it worth their royal status? The Sussexes began trying to get involved in U.S. politics in 2020. That year, they made comments that provoked negative reactions and protests from Americans who felt it was inappropriate for even former members of Britain's royal family to participate in American political discourse. The Sussexes tend to speak their minds on any issue, regardless of authority or authoritative opinion. The authoritative opinion of a couple who took advantage of Harry's birthright to line their pockets and create privileged status in California cannot be considered authoritative simply because the Duke's interference in the election raises questions. Is their motive really to attract voters or an attempt to join the political elite to increase their own visibility? Public statements and speeches are a great way to promote a personal brand, not a sincere attempt to contribute to the public process. Trying to participate in the political process is not an altruistic effort, but rather a cunning maneuver to increase one's visibility. Potential supporters are repelled by their reputation as divisive. Failed British royal civil servants trying to influence American participation in civic life? Then who has the right to influence American politics? Harry and Meghan call for civic engagement, but their very presence in American politics is problematic. Harry's royal connections and foreign background make him an outsider in a political environment, for it is based on national identity. What makes this interference even more inappropriate is the prince's lack of U.S. citizenship. His calls undermine the democratic process when the couple use their royal titles and connections. Do you support their idea of leaving a legacy, or do you see it as just a cover for self-parody? While the King, the Prince of Wales, the Dukes of Edinburgh, and the Royal Princess are doing meaningful work to represent Britain globally, the Sussexes are pursuing self-serving goals of promoting their own brand and enriching themselves. Flirting with the Clintons, Bidens, Obamas, and Harris, they make claims of neutrality. Trying to claim neutrality is laughable, since all their political allies have long been known. Harry has already been criticized as a figure too controversial, divisive, and privileged to receive the Pat Tillman Fallen Hero Award. His involvement with his wife in political debates in his host country should permanently disqualify him from ever taking a job that even remotely resembles royal duties in the future. Do the British prince and his actress wife, who are constantly ridiculed for their hypocrisy and lack of substance, really need to speak out on the substantive issues of American political life? The American public should not fall for the tricks of the Sussexes. Addressing their own problems makes no sense to be distracted by the comments of fraudsters. Why did the Dukes release a statement? Option 1. Kamala Harris really needs support, so Meghan and Harry's handlers in the Democratic Party gave them the go-ahead to speak out. No one asked the Dukes' opinion on this matter at all. They told them to speak, they did. Maybe the second option, the desire to create such a huge legacy that it would be enough for the whole world. I don't understand the word legacy in relation to Princess Diana, Queen Elizabeth, and the British royal family in general. Legacy is left by writers, philosophers, thinkers. For example, the legacy of Leo Tolstoy and Walter Scott is quite clear. They are great literary works. The legacy of Karl Marx with Friedrich Engels, Capital, the theory of the development of capitalism. And Princess Diana's legacy is her biographies and interviews in which she recounts her adventures. For what contribution, and to what do they put monuments to her? And Queen Elizabeth's legacy. If Meghan dreamed of leaving a legacy like Diana, she really needs to write a biography. Her adventures will leave Princess Diana far behind. Harry has already done that, so he's done his bit for the Sussex legacy. Still have questions or your own opinion on the Dukes? Write in the comments. We want to hear what you think. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss new reveals and analyses.